Cooler Talk, what it do? Frank White. Got another one for y'all today. Now I thought this one up. I had actually had heard somebody bring this up, and I wanted to give y'all my take on it. The topic is, do you think the Western Conference has exposed LeBron James? That's the topic for today. So personally, I think maybe not so much him, but I think it exposed some narratives that have been out there about him. Like for instance, any team he go to going to the finals, or it makes those nine straight finals just seem a little not as significant when you go to the finals 9 times out of one conference and then don't make the playoffs in another. So I think the West did kind of expose a few things when you look at it like that. Damn, shit, hold on. Fired up, fucking. And what else it exposed was how important Wade and Kyrie was to LeBron. Because a lot of people used to say, oh, he get, empty stats. Well, in the West, he getting his stats, but they not giving him wins. So what's the denominating factor? I think a lot of them games, especially before the injury, he didn't have his closer. He didn't have that Wade or that Kyrie. And then when you look and you in the West, you don't have as many gimme games as you have. It's not as many New Yorks and, bad teams. It's not like the bad teams in the West will be good teams relative to if they played in the East. Like you could take the West from about the 8 to 10 is as good. 8 to 12 is almost as good as the East from the 5 all the way down. So when you look at it like that, I think a few of the hype things about him might have got a little bit exposed when when you don't have your perfect situation, you don't have your closer, your shooters, and you don't have this, you don't have that. But as a great player of his caliber, you got to be able to adapt some type of way. You can't always play one way. That's sometimes you got to be able to adapt to your environment versus your environment always having to adapt to you. So I think that, LeBron has always been kind of a one trick. You got to have this exact formula to be successful. So that could be considered being exposed also because he don't have his exact formula right now. So he hasn't been able to win games, but that still ties in the things that the so-called haters have been saying for years, not having that go mode like the Kobe, the Jordan, where you just kind of click on and just get it done. Like, for instance, James Harden. You look at James Harden, what James Harden doing. Kobe did that. He got criticized. James Harden doing it is like, he great. He MVP candidate. So, the media, their narratives are always beneficial to the time and to the player and all of that. So, I think the West did expose LeBron just a little bit. It kind of make you have to stop saying certain stuff that people been saying for all these years. All the hype, all the cliche stuff that LeBron fans been saying for 10 years. You kind of gotta just shut up with that now. You can't say it. It's kind of looking a little foo-foo. Even his main cheerleaders, the Shannon Sharps, the Nick Wrights, they tongue-tied at this point. They don't have nothing else to say. Like, they can't justify. They out of the excuses. When the LeBron James fan club run out of excuses, that the naysayers got to be right. That's my take. The naysayers, something had to been right when the coalition ain't got don't have nothing else to say. So yeah, The West has definitely exposed a lot of narratives that was out there about LeBron James. Not saying that he's a great player, but he's a great player that requires a particular situation to maximize his success. He's not able to adapt to different environments and still be successful. So if you want to you could necessarily say that's maybe a shot to his greatness or this or that, but most players are the same. They need to be in a particular environment to be successful. When he's not in that environment, he's not going to be successful. So you can't say that you can just throw him on a team and the team is going to just be great. Like, you can't say that. It's going to have to be a lot of other parts put there in order for that team to be successful. So it's not really a knock on him. It's just keep being objective and just saying it, and it's like, it's just basketball. If you have this type of player, you got to put these players around them. That's just basketball one-on-one. So that also applies to LeBron James. He's not exempt. So that's why I say it more so exposes narratives about him than him as a player himself. It doesn't take from what he is, but it's just people love to exaggerate with narratives. So, all right. That's my take on it. You know, y'all let me know how y'all feel, and I'll get at y'all later with another one.